Hey everyone, welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Christine Arth and I am your host, and today we are here with illustration master Dave Arcade.
I don't know about illustration master, but hello.
I saw his work, it's true. It's pretty awesome. Yes, pretty awesome. So first off, I want to start out with a couple things that we're going to go through today. So we have some amazing things. First off, we're going to talk a little bit through the schedule. We've got Dave Arcade here with us until 10:30. We have... And from 10:30 to 12, we'll be with Tracy Ching, and she'll be hosted by Alice Lee. And then from 12 to 1:30, stay with us with Aldo Crusher, and I'll be back with him. And then 1:30, we've got Andy Espinoza. So we've got a really great crew today, all amazing illustrators, and they're going to walk through their process and how they work, and you're going to learn a lot. We also have a couple fun things, Chat and Win giveaway. So if you guys are sticking with us through that, all you have to do is chat to win. And Sticker Mule has some amazing offers. They're going to give away 100 free 3x3 die cut stickers. So this is awesome. I actually just printed some for myself the other week, and it's amazing. They're definitely fast, it's super easy, and they have the best die cuts by far. And then we've also got the daily challenge. So today we are going to have a challenge to create an illustration for Inktober. What we want you to do is go to the challenge tab to the side, and then you can see what the actual challenge is for today, and that's to create the theme word tranquil. So use your illustration skills, create tranquil, and Inktober word of the day could be yours. And after the end of all of that, someone will win something pretty amazing by the end of the week. Stick with us. Right. So, Dave, why don't we get into this? I'm really excited to talk a little bit about you, to talk about your background, and also to look a little bit at some of your work.
Yeah, did you see me spill water on myself right when we started? That was great. Just how I wanted to start this off. Come on, spill water.
Well, first, maybe we should say hi to everyone out in chat.
What's up?
Hey, Victor. Hey, Jose. Hey, Lena, Grace, Ricky, Juan.
I saw Greg in there, but his name is long since passed. Hey, Greg.
Oh, nice. Hey, Greg. What's up? Cool. So I'm curious a little bit about some of your pieces on Behance, and I'd love to show the audience what you're working on right now and some of your most recent projects.
Let's look at stuff. You're driving, you could pop open any of those.
All right, let's check this one out. This looks amazing.
So I never wanted to do isometric art, but I kind of just accidentally did one, and it worked out, and then I got hired to do more.
I love this.
It's really fun. It's actually kind of easy because you can find a lot of reference that's isometric, but this was for Purple mattresses. And
so fun.
Yeah, Purple is a fun company, and yeah, we have a Purple, and it's really comfortable. But yeah, so they just kind of wanted me to create a Purple world. So that there's a ton of Easter eggs in there from like their TV commercials.
I love this. I love the innovation mix too, and some of the retroness coming back, especially these old shoes.
yeah, there's a Nintendo in there. And
super cool. So how did you get started? And tell us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I started drawing when I was 2. I'm going to go through my whole life.
Go, good. No. I hope so. Well, we've only got 2 hours, right? Or hour and a half.
I'm just going to, this is like a huge like steering wheel for like a bus.
I love it.
Oh, my arm is gone. Look at it. Okay, so I was in advertising for 10 years. I was an art director, and I even made it to associate creative director, which is when all the joy went away.
Totally, all the joy does.
And so it's like, this isn't fun. So I kind of parted ways with advertising last year.
Good for you. I mean, no offense to advertising. Yay, advertising, good for you.
Yeah, no, advertising's a fun world, but the creativity wasn't there for me. And so I changed my name and started drawing because that's what I've been doing my whole life.
I love it. So you changed your name?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We won't ask what your old name was because it doesn't matter anymore. The old you is dead to us. The new you is Dave Arcade.
A good friend of mine. He's actually an accomplished illustrator, Nate Williams. Nate Williams.
Hey, Nate.
If you're out there, he's the most creative person on planet Earth. And he's like, your last name's weird. If you're gonna do this thing, you might think about like, I don't know, changing it or something.
Changing it. I love
Like,
it.
all right.
You're like, good idea, Nate.
Yeah,
You're like,
thanks,
thanks,
Nate."
friend.
I don't have enough pressure. I'm just starting my own
Eric's
thing.
like, I need a new name too. Yeah, everyone, for success, change your name now.
Eric, your last name's cool. It's
Yeah,
2 letters.
It's Sue. This is amazing, by the way. I love
Oh.
all of these for purple.
Oh yeah, so it gets really crazy for me because clients like to hire me to come up with all the stuff, right?
Yes.
They're like, just drop stuff.
Like this one per se?
Yeah, so this one was, the brief was, there's a punching bag.
Wow.
And I was like, well, I love Rocky movies. And so I kind of started to formulate
This is awesome.
this ridiculous scenario. I was like, what if Rocky was on the canvas and like, what would he say to a samurai robot that just put him down? And
love this.
you hit pretty hard for a bucket of bolts, but I hit harder.
Amazing.
So that one was crazy because I had to figure out how Chrome.
Yeah, also the detail on this. I love the noise that's happening. It's really nice.
Thanks. I almost died drawing this. I was like, I don't do this kind of stuff. But I actually like delving into different styles.
Yeah, the detail is incredible. There's so much going on, which is good because if you're gonna sit there and punch a bag for a while, you might be staring at the back wall, so you have something to like find.
Yeah. This was actually, I should explain, this is a mural for an ad agency in Southern California, and they just got new offices. And
Super.
they had this punching bag in their history of their past offices for a long time.
Typical ad agency, right? It's
Yeah.
either like foosball. Punching bag's new though. I haven't
Yeah.
heard that one before.
I realize there's a ton of testosterone in this one, but I just, I like Rocky, and I like robots.
So let's talk a little bit about what you're gonna do today.
Let's do it.
This is exciting, guys. And yes, if you're just joining us, you should start working on your projects. Please be creating Tranquil for Inktober. It's a
would-
hard word for me.
How would you do Tranquil for Inktober?
Oh gosh, that's really tough. I think it would be something like spooky with like movement like this.
Yes.
Because it feels tranquil, but it's got to be spooky for October, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That gets me into. I wanted to participate, but Tranquil, I'm like having trouble there. So should we jump into like?
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So we're on your Syntac.
Yes.
This is huge. It's amazing.
It's
like,
not mine,
No, but it is for
Yes,
today.
yes.
And the next 2 days.
which is going to be really hard to go back to my tiny little one. You guys could give it to me.
Totally. Maybe we should talk to chat. What do you think? Should we give this to Dave Arcade?
Yeah. Just say yes.
Just say yes.
Jose, say yes.
Say yes.
Tim, Eric, Dorina,
Yes.
Adobe Live, especially
Jose,
Adobe Live, say
you're
yes.
welcome, and I definitely think that you should be using that idea to draw your own Tranquil because I can't. I'm here. And hopefully you win.
Oh, that's a lot of yeses.
That's a lot of yeses.
Oh,
They're like,
wow.
give it to him. Give it to him.
All right.
All right, great. So now that you have your own Syntac,
Thanks, guys.
thanks, guys.
Just gonna take this on the plane. So how can I explain this? So I wanted to start a personal project. I think somewhere along the line, I'm gonna probably just end up doing a bunch of children's books, which I know is like the
Amazing.
big blue sea of all old artists, but like that's where we all like
Yeah,
flow
I mean, like
to.
you can't go there yet.
Yeah.
You just changed your name.
Well, I've read so many children's books in my day to my kids, and they're
Mm-hmm.
all terrible. Sorry, children.
Except
book.
for the two that you really like, which are,
Where the Wild Things Are, and the Snowman.
well, and Shel Silverstein.
And
Yeah.
I love Shel Silverstein and Dr. Seuss. That's,
Yeah,
Yes.
those are the two that you were telling me about earlier. You're like, those are great ones.
Yes. No, I love those guys and Maurice Sendak, and so it's really easy for me to get distracted. So this project is.
I'll keep you on track, I promise you guys.
I want to take rhymes and put them in typographic format,
Amazing.
and then draw the scene around that type. And so I kind of started that. And when you first see this, you might be like, "This is weird," but you will get into this world like I did, and you'll
Oh,
know
yeah.
the troubles of this villain like I do. So what I like to do is I start with a grid, especially if I'm doing dimensional stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
whether it's isometric or a project we didn't look at, but it's sort of my version of taking an isometric world and then going into depth into that world. that's kind of what I'm into now, and I probably will stick with this for a long time. So I find these grids online, and I just, I like to work around them rather than make my own because I don't know exactly what it is I want to do. Mm-hmm. So I do that, and then I block out. What we've done is blocked out the space here.
This gets exciting when some blocks come in there. I'm like, ooh, it's
Yeah.
not just perspective anymore.
You give me some blocks, and I'm like, let me fill those in. Like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to fill in those blocks.
Exactly.
And sometimes I do just put blocks in places and fill them out. These ones are accounted for, and I know what I'm going to do with them. So we're going to go into Illustrator, and I'm going to kind of show you guys what we're going to do first. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, guys, get ready.
So here's our rhyme,
Love it.
and I'm sure you're like, okay, that's weird. It's not bass like the fish. It's
Yes.
bass like the instrument.
Like the instrument. Just play some bass over here. I'm like, go on.
Yeah, and I honestly start. I honestly.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's cool.
What?
I start with the rhyme, and I don't know where it's gonna go. It has to contain elements I think are cool.
Totally.
I like space, I like villains, and I like bass.
Nice.
And so I'm like, okay, I can live with that.
That
Dave.
mean you're gonna like working on this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. If it was like fabric softener and
Yeah.
like a bridge club, I
Oh
would.
gosh, yeah, that would be rough. You're like, you know what I think?
Yeah, I don't want to work on that. So.
Yeah.
I want to take you guys through a couple of things. One of them because I figured it out. It's so hard to skew type in Illustrator.
Yes, it is.
So you have to do a few things, and I was so proud when I figured this out. So I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, I like this. You're gonna show us some tricks on how to do that?
Yes.
Perfect. And again, for those of you following along, I hope you're drawing your Inktober tranquil. And then also, if you have any questions for Dave, let us know. That's what Dave is here for, is mainly just to answer questions and to show us his cool techniques so that we can go be Dave Arcades later.
Wait.
You're like, what? Show us how you do it, Dave, and then we're all gonna change our name.
Yeah, you don't want to be like me. It's troublesome. Already, I'm sure you're like, what are you doing to this poor type? Stop it. But this is where you start. The measuring tool. Where are you at? Oh, it's in here.
It's kind of like you're a keyboardist, like you're playing music too. Like the way that you've got this set up, it's like John Densmore, you know? You're like,
John Densmore was
The
the
Doors,
he was
yeah.
the drummer.
oh really? I thought he was the keyboardist.
That's Ray Manzarek.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Man. I've
But
been
you got
getting
the name up.
Yeah.
I'm
Close
impressed.
enough, thank you.
A Doors reference. I was not expecting that. So you're gonna do this terrible thing to the type. You're gonna be rude to it. Then you're gonna grab the measuring tool. And this was the thing I was like, okay, I gotta. This
This is
cool.
good. I want to learn this, so definitely take your time. Oh, and then Jose has a great question. How did you decide to start in the illustration world?
So
I was like, multitask.
I've always just drawn stuff. Like when I was little, I would draw Voltron battles and G.I. Joe battles all the time, and just like
It was in you.
It was in me. Like I would take my Star Wars guys and set them up. I always drew them out with their arms like this for some reason. And then my uncle was like, "Why do you draw everybody?" He's like, "Do people walk around like this?" And he put his arms out and started walking with his arms out. And I was like, "No, that looks stupid." And now I feel bad.
So it changed the way you draw.
So
I love it.
I was like, maybe I should pay attention to.
Yeah, maybe you should thank him someday.
Yeah. I have to give credit to the last agency I worked for though. There was my boss there, a guy named Brent, was like, "You should draw more often. Like your characters are cool."
Yeah,
And I was like, Brent thinks my stuff's cool, and so I started drawing
that's
more.
how it is. Yeah, totally.
Yep. And then Adventure Time kind of sealed it for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can do that. Have you seen
Yeah.
Adventure Time?
Yeah, I love that.
It's great, but the drawings aren't. They're amazing. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Adventure Time. All right, so now that we want to grab the angle here, and then we want to punch that into the skew tool. So we're roughly at like 22 degrees. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna grab the shear tool, sorry. I'm gonna open this thing up.
Oh.
Wait, that might be the wrong one. That's the wrong one. We'll get the right one.
They're so similar in their wording. Just they do very different things.
Come on, shear
I'm like
tool?
shear and skew.
Yeah, we want the
Jose
shear
said
tool.
thank you. That helps a lot.
This is what it's like for me at when I'm doing my work. Like I do everything wrong for like 5 minutes.
Oh, me too. I think every designer has those moments. Otherwise, we're not designers.
Does it have to be vertical? Yes. Okay, we're gonna cancel that. We're gonna go vertical. We're gonna go 22. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So at this point, if you've been doing it just with the transform tool, which is this guy, where's the little thing that appears in this corner? You know what I mean? So you can select the different transform.
I believe if we clicked off of that, maybe, then let's see, click back into the transform.
Because it usually appears right here.
With this one, perspective grid?
Nope.
No.
It's a free transform tool.
All right. Well,
you know what? We're just gonna do this thing.
William asks, do you always put exact numbers or do you use the tree transform? Free transform, I would think.
For this part of it?
Yes.
We use the free transform after we do the shear tool. The reason why, and especially for like...
Oh, he said try double clicking it, Jimmy Mitchell said.
Jimmy Mitchell.
Good try, Jimmy. We thought the same.
That's so weird because I would, like, why wouldn't it want to show itself?
It should be in the properties window, which is currently hidden behind the layers panel. Thank you, Timo Beast. You're the Mobast.
Well, we're just gonna try this anyway.
And for those of you watching along, we have about 12 minutes until we start Chat and Win. So definitely be active in chat if you want to win Sticker Mule's 100 free die cut stickers. Pretty awesome. I think I have some on mine too. I did this, or where is it? I did this one the other week and I'm pretty excited about it. It looks awesome and it's super smooth and nice. So yeah, thank you, Sticker Mule. I'm a big fan.
You know what's weird?
What?
And I'm not gonna use Essentials anymore.
Don't do it.
Essentials, that palette changes things. Like if you do like a constrain, like it does something weird. It changes like properties of certain actions.
That's why it's hard, because you're on this one and you usually have your own setup, but next time you'll remember to bring and import your own work setup.
Yeah, so I figured it out. Thank you. See this guy right here that should be here? Essentials
There
layout.
it is.
So we're gonna
We got it, guys.
So if you just do this the whole time using this
Right.
tool, by the time you get to this point, it's really crazy. Like
So it's very similar in Photoshop, but this is great because you don't have to, take your type in and out and then create more vector paths and then import and export.
exactly.
That's great. So that's with that tool, and then you opened that through properties.
Yes.
Finally found it.
Well,
Amazing.
you have to do, and I wasn't clear about this. Let me just, okay, since we know what we're doing,
Yeah, let's show it because everybody I think wants to know.
real quick, you need to, because you can't skew type in Illustrator very easily. So you need to make it as big as this box
Yep.
and as tall.
And as
then-
tall.
Then you
Perfect.
grab this guy, you go like this.
Transform tool.
And we know that's 22. And then we go to the shear tool, and we know that's 22. And then we go to the transform tool, and then that's when we kind of finish what we're trying to do.
Amazing. So it pretty much makes it makes all of your individual letters a flat object
Yep.
that you can then transform from the four corners, which is really, really helpful.
Yeah. And again, if you just do it with this tool, it's a nightmare by the time you're at this point. So then we're gonna do that, and we are
Amazing. We put it in place. I
Yes.
like it.
now. We next are gonna do something that you guys are probably gonna be like, why are you using that? But my process is very like beg, borrow, and steal. Get to what I'm trying to get to, and then once it's in a place where I can start drawing, it's like having a fly in my web.
Yes.
Then I'm good.
So Jose has a question.
What's up, Jose?
Where do you go when you're looking for inspiration?
Let me see. There's a lot of places. Well, it depends on what I'm working on. My work has so many different themes and characters and weird stuff, but I am really inspired by music gear. I'm really inspired by B-movie posters, old sci-fi book covers. I love those. Yeah, like kind of the cheesier the art, or if
The
there's
better.
like, yeah,
Like I
there's-
love those like the portraits where they're this and then the face is like half ghosted in the background.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
mostly like Princess Leia kind of stuff.
Yeah, or like school photos
Yeah,
from elementary
exactly.
school.
Yeah, but when they're posterized in a way where there's like great graphic type over the front of them,
Yeah.
Yeah. like very spacey. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I go like, if I look for cool reference, like the stuff that you do or Tracy does, I'm like, well, that's already done. Like that's cool. Like I need to almost start with
Yeah.
like a less refined source and then make it my own.
I like that though. It's your process.
Yeah.
And then Chris George asks, "Are you still inspired by Chandaludes?"
Hey Chris, what's up, man?
You obviously know him.
So
Does he have a burger for a face for his icon?
yeah, no, it's a woman with a Jupiter head.
Oh, got it. Close enough.
Chris and I worked together for a few years, and he's a dear friend of mine. He's,
Oh, hey, Chris. Let's all give Chris a bunch of crap on chat.
Yeah.
Why are you here, Chris?
So I hesitate to bring this up, but I probably should since he asked. So Chandaludes is a fake restaurant that I made up when my kids were complaining about where we're gonna eat.
I love it.
And I was like,
Chandaludes.
I'll take you straight, because I told them they only serve camel burgers and mayo ice cream.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, that sounds awful. I was like, I'll
awful.
take you right.
I'll take you there.
I'll take you there. But if they watch this, they're gonna know this is a secret. This has been a secret for like 10 years.
Mayo ice cream.
We have-
Gross.
Like
yeah.
I made logos. What's up, Henry?
No thanks. Yeah.
I know,
Everyone's
Henry.
like, oh yeah, Chris, go away. Thanks for bringing up Chandaludes. That was awesome. Chris, anytime you want to bring up some stuff that'll make Dave Arcade laugh is good.
If you go to my Instagram, the latest thing I post is actually the guy who runs the restaurant.
Oh,
We have a whole
amazing.
backstory here. T-shirts,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
This could be part of your first child's book. Welcome to Chandaludes.
That's a good idea. Okay.
Okay, anyways, back to work.
Yeah, back to work. So, these ones we're gonna make block type kind of like manually.
Super cool.
But where we're trying to get is here, people.
Yeah, people, let's talk about where we're trying to go. And you guys have 7 minutes to chat and win, but I'm guessing that you guys are already chatting, so someone's definitely gonna win.
So, this is locked. So this is the kind of the stuff I have prepared before.
Lena says she wants mayo ice cream.
That sounds.
She's like, now I'm hungry.
What's up, Lena? She's somebody I
love it.
only know online, but she's a fantastic individual.
Amazing.
So anyway, this is where we're getting to, right? With
Ooh,
with
yeah. Nice.
type. It doesn't fit, but it doesn't matter because
I like this because you've already done some of these, but it was really good that you showed everybody how you get to your solutions. So therefore, we can focus on some of the fun stuff, like illustrating your hero or your villain.
Yes, exactly. There's
Where
a
I'm like,
lot.
he looks nice, and you're like, he's gonna be evil.
There's a lot of stuff here, guys. Like we got to fill
Yeah,
in
there's a lot
all
of
this.
stuff.
So that's why we're kind of going through this. Like these calculations right here, I call them that because it makes it sound more scientific.
Yes, calculations. I like that.
Oh, I should explain why these don't perfectly fit. This dude's in space. Like, you don't even know about what dude
Yeah,
we're
he
talking
doesn't
about.
even know about the dude. I'm like, he doesn't know about the dude.
Should I just show him what we're
Yeah,
gonna
I
get
think
to?
you should. You guys
Okay.
wait for it because this is like the most epic surprise ever.
It's
Are we
just-
gonna show it on your iPad or are we showing it here?
We're gonna show it here.
Okay, great.
This is only so I can sketch.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, guys, wait for it. Wait for it. All right.
So here's our type,
Yes.
and then
Layer by layer. Maybe you could zoom in a little bit too.
yeah, actually, and there's some stuff here I don't want to show yet. We'll turn this guy off.
Ooh, yeah.
And then we have our villain, who is gonna
So
be
cool.
cooler
Look,
looking
he's
than this.
gonna be like way.
He's not gonna be in tidy whities.
Yeah, he's. Wait,
This is-
there. Yeah.
He is wearing a sock though. See?
He's wearing a sock.
Well, so what happened is,
Oh, did his shoe get blown off?
yeah, the
Awesome.
spaceship that he's in.
What? People are like, what? Superb. Dope.
Thanks, guys. The spaceship. This is a spaceship, right? And it got destroyed by like
I
some
mean, like, if
space
you say
dragon.
so.
It did. It got destroyed by a space dragon, and
You're like, this is a spaceship.
yeah, And so he's just kind of chilling in space. He's got nowhere to go, and that's why he's a lonely villain.
And he found base.
But he found base. Somebody had a keyboard on the ship that like blew out into space, and he's like, "What's this thing do?" And he pressed the button.
I feel like it's you because you're over here with your keyboard and you're like.
Somebody said that everything I draw is some weird version of a self-portrait.
I love that though.
And I was maybe I do want to be abandoned in space.
Maybe,
with a keyboard.
Yeah, why not? You know, you have to put your dreams somewhere.
So this is where we're gonna get to. We gotta ink this thing, and then we have to color it. So there's a
Awesome.
lot of work to do.
That's a lot of work, but I'm really excited because you've left a lot of the fun stuff to show, but you're also going through the process, which is really nice to see the background.
Yeah.
You know, it takes time, so.
Yeah, so maybe we should just start. Maybe we'll start with this villain.
Yes,
And let's-
Hector, I did just do Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Do you like
I was
classic rock?
Yeah, a lot.
That's fantastic. Because I was like,
I was
what?
like, are you kidding? Of course.
I was like, you know, what if they ask the kind of music I like? And I was like, but I like Led Zeppelin and like Black Sabbath and stuff.
That's
and
okay.
They're probably gonna be like, well, he doesn't listen to any Rihanna. That's weird.
I mean, like, it's all
I
good.
actually do like Rihanna.
I like it all. I listen to everything. I think we've talked about this many times on the show. Everyone's like, what does everybody listen to? And it's always so fun to hear.
But do you listen to country music?
Dolly Parton. I like some of her old stuff.
She
It's
writes
good.
fantastic songs.
Yeah, she's awesome. I think, like, you know, everything has its purpose and moment, even for me.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, there's some country music that I would never listen to. But
True.
yeah, like
There's
modern
also
country.
a lot of music I would never listen to, but I would probably try it.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose's got another winner. How do you land new clients? He's hitting all the hard questions. I like this, Jose.
So I've been freelance for a year, and I don't know how anybody finds me. I don't know how I ended up here.
I don't know either. I don't feel the same way. I'm like, I don't know how people find me.
Yeah, it's like they call me up, I'll get an email, and they're like, we want to do this thing, can
Like,
you do
cool.
it? I'm
You're like, yes, I can.
I'm glad you called, I was running out of money.
That's how I always feel.
Yeah, so,
I'm like, I'm really glad you found me. How did you find me?
but like, I guess not to leave Jose hanging, like, you have to make sure your website's done. You have to make sure you're
Yeah.
posting on Behance. You have to make sure that you're
You have to
posting on
market yourself.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you just have to keep up with all
I mean,
of your
like,
social
Dave
media
changed
accounts.
his name in order to get business. So that's
Yeah.
some serious, like, commitment to
Yeah.
your work.
My wife wants us to take on that name permanently. I was like, I
think you
can't do
should.
that. I can't do
Why
that to the
not?
family.
Yeah, totally. Your kids can be like Pac-Man Arcade.
Yeah, it would be a cool last name, right?
That would, yeah. I love it. All right, you guys have about 2 minutes left to chat and win. So don't forget, if you chat, you could win Sticker Mule stickers. Ah!
So, chat, if you want to like weigh in on
Yeah.
what we should do to this guy, that's fine. I
But give options, because like they'll definitely, I think it works better for chat if there's options as far as like, should he have no face or should he have a third arm, you know?
yeah, or like his helmet is gone and he's really just a scarred mess like Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, totally. Scarred mess or fourth arms. Forearms. You know, he could really like do a lot of bass playing with extra arms.
Yes.
I feel like scarred mess is always a good one though.
Scarred mess is like, oh, he is a villain. No, now I know why he's a villain.
Yeah. Someone's like copper oxide green for color. Yeah, I love the specificity of the color. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Wizard robot, Chris says.
Wizard robot. How would you know it? Chris George said that?
Yeah.
How would we know, Chris? How would we know
How
he's
would
a
we
wizard?
know he's a wizard? He's in space. He can't be a wizard. Wizards don't go to space.
Wizards don't. Yeah, they need to
They
stay on
stay
Earth.
on Earth. I mean, obviously.
They need to defend realms or something like that.
Totally. They're wizards. They work with like the woods, the woodland people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first thing is we definitely want to put a cape on this dude.
Tony's got a great question.
up?
Perspective on the background, is that a template? Can you share? That's the perspective tool, correct?
No. So this thing right here.
Yes.
So I have a Pinterest board with just perspective grids. If I find one, I put it on there.
Nice.
And I don't make my own because I like to just dive right in.
Yeah, it's a lot of time to create those. So if they
Yeah.
already exist, why bother recreating the wheel?
Plus, it gives me a problem to solve.
It's chat and win time. Oh my god. Okay, so a question: scarred face or For the robot guy.
Yeah.
Scarred face or?
A helmet. We're gonna keep him in a helmet.
Okay, helmet or Scarface?
Oh, I guess we'll.
Chad and Win, guys, tell us what you want. Woo! All right, so we're back. And there's a lot of helmets, there's a lot of Scarfaces, so it's kind of 50-50. I'm not sure who's gonna win here, but someone's gonna win, and what they're gonna win is 100 3x3 die-cut stickers from Sticker Mule.
That's awesome.
I know,
Stickers
I'm pretty
are the
excited.
best.
I made my own. Wait, where are they? Yeah, right there. I was like, yeah.
Where do you put stickers when you get them?
My computer, if I love them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm like, cool sticker. I'm like, I'll put it on a mailbox somewhere.
They're so cool, but it's so hard to place them. I will
It
always
is.
find a place for them.
Oh yeah, totally. I once saw a car that had them completely covered on the entire car. I think it must have been a really old, gross car, but
That's
you know,
really cool, actually.
It was kind of cool.
I like that.
All right, chat. You guys are definitely chatting. There will be a winner. I feel like we've got a 3, 2, 1, and a winner's gonna come up any second now. So keep going. They all want stickers. Oh, amazing! Chris George won!
Oh, what?
That is totally random, you guys. Just letting you know. The bot picks the winner. They're all like, who? What? Huh? Yes, Chris George just won 100 free stickers. from
Chris,
Sticker
aren't you
Mule.
glad you tuned in, man?
Yeah, Chris.
He's
way
out in
to tune
Chicago,
in.
your old town.
Oh, hey, nice. Little high five to Chi-Town. Well, congratulations, Chris George. It's a mouthful.
It's got 3
You
first
have
names for him.
chances to win tomorrow and today, actually later today. So if you guys are tuning in, we have 3 more shows, 3 more chances to win. And also, Sticker Mule is pretty cool. So if you didn't win this time around, you still win because Sticker Mule is giving us a 10% discount. So all you have to do is go to stickermule.com/Adobe Live, and you also get a discount on your orders. So it's pretty awesome. Thanks, Sticker Mule.
What kind of eraser am I? Yeah, Sticker Mule, you're awesome. Thank you.
You're like, yeah, thanks. Woo. All right, so we're back at it. This guy's either gonna have a helmet or a scarred face. What did you decide? Because they were 50-50. It's really your choice.
We're gonna go helmet. Helmets are
Helmets are serious.
I love helmets. Helmets are one of my favorite things.
They're sneaky and creepy.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
I think it was Jose who asked what influences me. Like, it's hard to answer because there's so many things, but helmets are one of them. Like, they're one of my favorite things in the universe. So I think we're gonna stick with that. I think we're gonna make it cooler than this, but we're gonna stick with the helmet. Maybe.
Oh yes, my correction. It's not 10% off, it's 10 free stickers. My bad. I saw 10 and I was like, yay, 10! But that's actually a better deal to get 10 free stickers.
Yes.
It's more fun.
There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, we're back at it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this dude, his cape would need to kind of come down.
Ooh, he's getting a cape?
Yeah, that's what these are.
Oh, nice. This is insane.
So I have a pretty spastic way of sketching that I need to calm down sometimes.
Do it,
And
man. We
I'll
want to
just-
see you be you.
It's like remember in Princess Bride when he's fighting the Wesley,
Yes.
Inigo Montoya?
Yes.
And he like gets him into a frenzy and then knocks the sword out of his hand? That's
Yes.
sometimes how I get when I'm drawing and I have to stop.
I love it.
So if you see me sketch into nonsense, you can kind of see it now.
Ooh, Marina had a great suggestion because
that?
we aren't doing a scarred face. What about the helmet with a scar on it?
Kind of just like
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, we could try that.
Like a scratch through it. I love that.
Now this is the stuff that's fun to figure out. Like, would his cape like be visible? I don't know if it would.
I don't know. Oh, Eric Sue's in Idaho. You're from Idaho.
Yeah, I was born in Idaho.
Hey, Eric Sue, Idahoian.
How did you know I was born in Idaho?
You told me earlier.
did?
Yeah, you
Oh.
said Idaho.
I was only there for a couple of years, but that's my place of birth.
I was like, just kidding. I'm stalking you.
It's funny, like when people. It's
No,
one
you
of those
didn't tell
things.
me earlier though.
I'm surprised I told you that because like I don't love that fact about me. I know that's I'm proud of Idaho. Don't get me wrong, but it's Idaho.
Are you using Kyle Brush? Were some of those?
Yes.
Was that earlier
Yes,
one?
yes.
Nice.
We're using Kyle brushes.
Yeah, someone had mentioned that. They're like, are those Kyle Webster brushes? Yes, they are.
But there we go. The opacity of my eraser is not what I want it to be, but it is now. Sorry, we're still doing
Welcome,
setup,
Ash.
guys.
Yeah, welcome. For those of you who are just joining us, we just did a chat and win, and you have 24 minutes left to work on your Inktober Tranquil Word. And that's something that we will be looking at later today, and you'll get feedback on your work in progress from Dave Arcade, who is with us right now, drawing
me.
a very sad and lonely, beat up villain out in space.
Yeah. Who has discovered base?
Jordan is asking, what kind of helmet is your favorite?
I like motorcycle helmets.
Oh,
Old ones.
I was gonna say, like, how many kinds of helmets are there?
Yeah, they're the best ones. There's space helmets. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking at one. Space helmets are cool. Space helmets are probably the coolest.
To answer your question, Michael, the winners will be chosen at the end of the day today. Space helmets are pretty cool.
So this dude's
And then Alberto's wondering what stylus pen you're using.
what?
What stylus pen you're using? What kind?
Oh, the
Wacom.
Wacom pen that comes with this awesome tablet.
Yeah, that we're gonna just give to you for free, right?
There's a part of me that wants to put him in a T-shirt because he was
Ooh,
kind
yeah.
of in his jammies when it all
Nice.
went down, and he got like. So just so you guys know, there's gonna be like a kind of like a. These are teeth.
Uh-huh.
Like a crazy space thing that's sort of wrapping around here that took him out.
So cool.
But he was, I like the idea of him being in a helmet and a cape still, but maybe he's in his sleeping T-shirt.
Yeah, totally. I like it. A jammy t-shirt.
Yeah, maybe. Let's just try it. I can't go on unless I try things. And a lot of times they're massive failures, but there's times where it's like it makes all the difference. Also, listen to your friends and fellow designers. They will tell you what is wrong with your work.
That's always fun, right?
Yeah, but it's been hard. Like I used to, being surrounded by creatives my whole career, it was great to have their feedback, right?
Totally.
And now that I do it on my own, I'm like, is this good or is this stupid? I don't even know.
You're like, I don't know, man. You're like, maybe it's both.
Yeah, maybe it's-
Sometimes that's the best part. It's like you kind of want it to be a little bit of both.
So, but we're gonna, don't focus on this area. We're gonna change that. This was me doing the typical when you, I don't even know what you call it, like the basics of drawing where you break it down and use a little thing. My dad taught me that. My dad's an illustrator, and he's like, when you draw
Oh,
somebody.
no way. So it's in the family.
Yeah, we
How
can draw.
cool is that?
Yeah, the arcades can draw.
I love this. Is your dad also an arcade? Did you change his name too?
I changed his name. He wasn't happy about it.
He's like, oh man. Jose has another great question. Jose, do you go about charging your clients either hourly or by the project?
By the project. I want to know how much I'm going to get. And if I go hourly, they'll never be able to afford.
No, I think that's pretty tough.
Yeah. It's because, it takes days and days and days.
Yeah, and I think it's also daunting to think about quantifying your work in hours.
Right.
I find.
Yep. I'm trying to figure it out. I basically tell my clients it depends on how complex the illustration is.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. If you want something simple, it's going to be cheaper. So I think if he's wearing a T-shirt, this guy's probably from an alien race or something, and we'll give him green skin.
I love it.
Somebody mentioned that. I kind of like that idea.
It's kind of nice to see. like the whole skin part coming in. At first, I thought maybe he was super robot, so he would have like a tin body. But I like to know now that
He's a little human.
yeah, okay, he's a little human, just a little.
You know, like he has a son.
He
who
has
also
a son. Listen, he has a son.
He has the same powers that he
So
has.
he's like you. You're like, he's got a son. He has a family. Where do they live?
They live in. This guy's from Utah.
He's from Utah. Yeah. I
He
love it.
didn't mean to be a villain.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
But maybe discovering base is his way back to humanity. Maybe he's inspired by it.
Totally. You never know.
Yeah, so I'm just, we're just sketching in what will eventually be.
Michael says he lives in Ohio. I feel like a lot of superheroes and villains end up coming from Ohio. It's like one of those states in the United States that everyone's like, you know what, Ohio doesn't have enough of villains and superheroes. Let's make them all come from there.
What, Superman's from there, right?
I think so. Yeah, like Cincinnati or was it the Chronicle? Cleveland.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
He's like, did you just call people from Utah aliens? He's like, I'm from Utah. I can say that.
Yeah, they're weird. We're weird.
He's
We're
like,
all-
we.
We're weird from the Utahns are strange people, but they're super nice.
Yeah. Smallville. Totally. Smallville was in Ohio.
I like giving people wristbands, mostly because I don't like where the wrist connects to the hand. Like,
Oh, yeah. It's a weird area.
yeah. Same with like eye patches. I like helmets and eye patches because once you draw one eye, like you gotta draw the other one, and if it's off a little bit, it looks weird, and I don't want to deal with that. So I give people eye patches and
I
helmets.
love that. See, I don't really love drawing faces either, so
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of anything that is not face related.
Yeah, my likenesses, I never draw famous people because my likenesses are terrible. I learned early on that if you don't nail like where all the features are, it's not
Yeah.
gonna look like a person.
Totally. And it also can be more distracting than, beneficial.
Yes, indeed. So I make up my own people. It's more fun that way.
So for those of you following along, we are here with Dave Arcade, and he is illustrating for us right now, and currently working on a villain, a super villain that is sad because everything just got blown apart, and he's lonely.
Yeah. Again, this is a weird idea I have where I want to do like a series of drawings based on rhymes that tell a little story. And this one is about our supervillain who's probably going to go conquer a planet and destroy a bunch of people's lives.
Totally.
But his spaceship gets wrecked by a space dragon.
Space Dragon. You're like, horns, OMG.
Saying
I
all
love
this
it.
stuff out loud, it's like it's so stupid. But I don't think I draw anything that's not super stupid.
I think that's the fun of it. I mean,
Yeah, it is. It really is. Like in what is it? Guardians of the Galaxy, the second one, when the green lady picks up this cannon that was detached from a ship that her sister was flying.
Yeah.
She picks it up and holds it on her shoulder and fires it at her sister's spaceship that's like half destroyed. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's the kind of stuff I like. Somebody picking up a gun that's like as big as like an oil tanker.
Yeah.
And carrying it on their shoulder and firing it. And I was like, that's the kind of stuff that's cool, but it's ridiculous. And
I like it though because it's superhuman.
yes.
Oh yeah, check this out. You can see Dave drawing from above too. This is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. I have a little button on here that says
Karate paste.
Karate paste,
Yeah,
which is
someone,
a paste.
Henry Smith said that earlier. He was like, karate paste?
Henry knows about karate paste. Henry is a gifted illustrator himself, and actually is one of the most motivated people I've ever met in my life. What
Really?
happened? Yeah, he has pitched.
Like, really?
He just makes up cartoon ideas and pitches them all the time, and he's fantastic.
That's incredible.
Henry's
Good
an
for you,
inspiring
Henry.
dude. Yep.
This is awesome. So no one has brought up the glove. I'm like, when is someone going to say, hey, Dave, what's that crazy two-finger glove on your hand? Hey, Dave, what's that black sock that you're wearing? Like anything, you guys, anything. Hey, Dave, I was working on my Inktober Tranquil, but I stopped because I saw your glove.
Yeah, the glove is creepy, but it
No, I love the glove. It's very
allows you-
MJ.
yeah allows your hand to smoothly glide because
Yeah.
it's sort of like if you don't have it, you get a little stutter if you're
Totally.
dragging a line.
Oh, I would because my hands would like sweat and like
Yeah.
it would. Yeah.
Well, this thing's pretty nice. Mine Cintiq at home, it gets heat rises from the bottom.
Oh.
So
Gretchen Barris says, "Hey Dave, why are you wearing a sock on your hand?" Thank you, Gretchen.
it is a
Check this out.
hand
yeah.
replica of Andre the Giant's wrestling costume for
I-
a hand.
It's so cool though. It's like cool nerd gear, you know?
I've had people that hate it.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I'm gonna wear one tomorrow. I'm gonna start it as a fashion club. It's gonna be really cool.
These horns are giving me trouble. Yeah, it'll catch on. So we're gonna get like, look at this little tangent here that we created with this horn. Makes me crazy. So one thing I need to think about is if his head is angled down. So the horn thing, you're seeing my spastic drawing. If his head's angled down, the horn would actually be kind of like right here. I'm not a trained illustrator. So there are things, many things with
This is cool.
many things I don't know, but it's been really fun learning it. Like I watch all kinds of YouTube videos on like stupid things you're doing when you draw. Like
Ooh. Michael said sock hand society. He's like, let's all get them. You're gonna create a whole society of those who wear those.
I honestly,
It's awesome.
if you go on Amazon, there's very little options for these suckers, and I kind of want to make my own and make
I
them
think you
cooler.
should. Yeah. Like
mean-
leopard print would be really cool.
Yeah, like this is
You
one of the
know?
creepiest materials.
It
if
is.
somebody's walking around in this like leotard material,
Spandex leotard material.
yeah, like you're just like, dude, you should go back inside and change.
I love it though. I just want one so that when I'm like, because I touch my screen a lot and it's always got my fingerprints on it, so then I just want to like wipe my screen easy. Oh yeah, see, A. Thomas has my idea, studded sock hand. I said that earlier that he should bedazzle it because I'd be really interested in seeing like some studs on the top.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, this is so cool.
Man, maybe we'll just get like an idea of this helmet in place. Put some vents right here or
Amazing.
something.
I am pretty thrilled and excited to see all of these Tranquil Inktober sketches. So I hope you guys are putting your work in progress up there because I really want to see at least 20. I mean, look how fast Dave is moving. This is wizardry right here.
Oh my gosh, it's
Yeah.
painful because I just don't know what I want or what I'm doing. But thank you.
Yeah,
Compliment.
yes. I love it.
We'll
Oh, I like the face gear.
Yeah, like we want to do something there with like little vents or I don't know. We'll figure
Yeah,
it out.
because he's got to breathe. Totally.
Yeah, well, and it makes a ton of sense that he's protecting his head,
Yeah.
but yet he's in a t-shirt in the most hostile environment you can imagine.
Yeah, because maybe he can't breathe that air because it's hostile, but his body's fine.
Yeah, maybe
You know?
maybe that's why his skin's all jacked up.
Yeah,
it's
because
just
it's
calloused.
like and it's like burning like acid because it's acid air, but,
But
he doesn't
he likes
mind.
it.
Yeah,
He likes it. He's
he
like,
likes
this
to
is,
burn.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
the last step in becoming a villain
Yeah.
is chilling in space until you can't.
Yeah, like Benjamin said, it's for the battle.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's for the battle.
It's for the battle.
So if he's kind of in a t-shirt, maybe he has metal legs though, because they
Yeah.
got blown off or something.
That's metal.
Yeah, we want something metal. I do like ribbed metal.
Oh, yeah.
Like that robot that we were looking at earlier. I don't know. But
Hi, Ryan. Welcome. He's like, good morning, everybody. I just woke up to this.
So he'd probably have some sort of knee guard.
So good.
Thing is, I don't draw like characters very often, or anatomical things, but this year has been crazy.
More characters for you.
Yeah.
That's great. I think it's like one of those things where if you don't love it or you think you're not great at it or you're not used to it, then the more you do it, the more you're like, oh, no problem.
Yes,
Yeah, you gotta like stretch yourself.
it's true. knee pads, knee guards, like they're problematic for me. I'm just like, I'll just make them look like skater knee pads.
It's kind of fun though.
Yeah, I guess it's just there's like concept artists. Oh my gosh, if you ever want to feel bad about yourself if you're an illustrator, go look at concept artists' work.
Yeah, totally.
It's ridiculous how good they are.
It is insane.
So this guy, I'm gonna go away from him, and so this is a good thing when you're drawing, especially if you're doing a composition like this, and there's a part of it that is like giving you trouble, and he's not totally giving me trouble.
No, I think it looks pretty darn awesome.
But he's on the verge. Like
He's on the verge of me hating him.
he's making me mad a little bit right
So
now.
funny. This is good for the design. You're like, he's angering me.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, you have less than 10 minutes to get your entries in. I hope that you're doing your Inktober Tranquil work in progress. And if you haven't already, you can submit in the challenge tab to the right. So just take a look at your screen on the live feed, and there's a challenge tab. Less than 10 minutes. Oh my God, that looks so cool.
I think we got to get rid of the
It's
planets
like
in this
on
lightning bolt.
fire. It's so great.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to. Oh, my right click isn't set up. Oh no.
You're like, no.
I know where this stuff is at. I can just go in and.
So cool.
We're gonna get rid of the planets right here because we gotta. Dang it! No, don't undo everything.
Oh, Jimmy Mitchell's like Arcade Fire. That's like you.
No, that's if you want to make fun of me. I like those guys, but I can
do
just.
too. I saw them live like last year, I think.
I have a friend. His name is Tosh, actually, and I know that when he's talking about me, he's like, "Oh, you mean Arcade Fire?" I know that if you're out there, I know you're doing
like,
it.
"Thanks,
Don't
man."
do that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
They're a fantastic band, but they're polarizing.
Oh, I like this. Lena Ritchie says, if this is how the end of the world looks like, I'm ready. She's like just taking my popcorn.
It's the end of his world, that's for sure.
It's great. Dope art. People are loving this, so this is great.
I think it's going to be really fun to get into here where like the smoke is going in between these
yeah.
arched letters. See that little, those are going to be fun. We need to make this look like kind of like a spaceship too. And these vents, like organic smoke, fire, all that stuff is super fun to draw.
Totally.
What was I doing though? We need to get to the
Getting rid of
thrusters.
planets?
We gotta get
Oh,
rid of-
thrusters. Yeah.
for now.
Ooh. Oh, so you can get everything else in there?
Yeah.
I like this. So you have everything on layers so that you can turn things on and off and concentrate and
Yep.
be able to really focus on what your objective is for the moment.
Yeah, I gotta know where stuff is at. It can get really, especially when I'm drawing quickly, I just make a new layer because I don't want to have to erase out on top on things that are layered.
Yeah.
I want to just erase the layer. And so these can get massively big. I mean, if you look at, how many layers are we at now? So 65, that's just from me
That's
messing
a
around
lot
with
of
this
layers.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we don't have that many in here now, but that's
Impressive.
how many I've made already because I'm that irresponsible.
No, I think it's great. Man. Van Damme Designer says, wow, so active and dynamic. I love your work.
Well, thanks. Who's
Van Damme Designer with a Z. I love that.
Oh, there we go. Van Damme Designer. Thanks.
Nice. That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I heard that Van Damme Designer is 9 years old.
Is that what?
Yeah. I'm not pulling your chain this time.
Okay, because we've been lying to each other.
I know, he's been lying to me since he's like, Google is no longer. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was.
I'm very gullible.
Google was going to shut down for a year.
And I was like, really? I was like, what am I gonna do? Van Damme's like, yes, haha. I love the D. I love the Z one. It's designer with a Z.
That's so rad.
Nice. I'm gonna send him a glove.
I'm telling you, some people really don't like the glove.
Some people really do like the glove. You gotta
Oh, really?
see. Yeah, people really like the glove out there. You guys, glove, yay or nay on the glove? I'm really curious because I'm yay. I'm total pro glove. I want leopard print glove
I think
with
it's
like
a great
couple
idea.
like little, not rhinestones, but you know those the pointy
Like spikes, like
yeah,
metal
like
spikes.
spikes, but not too hard because I'd probably scratch my face with it on accident.
That's a good idea, though. I like the spikes.
Gretchen says she might need a glove now. See? Yeah, everyone's like, yay. Yeah,
Okay,
there's
all
a
right.
lot of yays.
You know, that feels good because I've gotten some hate on the glove.
Smudge
over the
guards
years.
for the win.
Yeah,
That's
smudge guards.
amazing.
It's a smudge guard. These were originally intended for like not smudging your illustration when you're drawing on paper.
See, people love the glove. They're like, oh yes, glove is super important.
I
They all
don't-
use them.
I don't know what I'd do without it.
And Derek keeps losing his. Oh, see? This is why you have to make special gloves for everybody. I love this.
So this guy, I didn't want to put a ton of crazy thought into him. He's just going to be kind of a mouth.
I love this. Ah! He's like a super, like, aggressive worm.
Yeah, he's a worm. He's like a
Like
space
wormhole.
worm. Yeah, he's a space worm. He's like, oh, his spaceship is this.
Space worm! I can imagine that. They always remind me of, like, really gross intestines, and you're just like, oh!
Yeah, he's like an intestine. And
Yeah.
so here's another thing when I'm doing my own stuff. See how we've reached the top of the composition?
Yeah.
I'll probably make the canvas bigger. And if you're doing this for a client, you can't always do that, especially like when I'm doing a mural, I need to know the size.
Totally.
But since I'm kind of winging this, I've made the canvas bigger like 4 times throughout the process. So
Man, that's going to take up a lot of time and space well, not time, but a lot of space in your Illustrator file too. Does it weigh it down, or is it pretty good?
what with this much stuff going on?
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems pretty good.
So I have a weird process for finishing this kind of stuff. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to be able to do that now.
You can tell us on day 3.
Okay.
I'm like, save it for day 3. Ooh. I like how right now, if I move just so, I'm wearing the horns. Oh. I was like trying to get into costume.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
I'm like,
There.
I was sitting right in the exact spot
And
of
then
your
I-
villain. And I was like, yes.
And I messed it up. I'm so
No,
sorry.
it's great.
So we're
People
gonna-
are still yaying the glove, man. Like, you've got a lot of glove love.
Really?
I did just say that. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then someone earlier, oh yeah, Owen Foster said that you're the Michael Jackson of illustration, which
Okay.
I love.
I'll take that.
I would take that too.
I mean,
Thanks, Paco.
I also want to be the guy that wrote Ace of Spades.
Ooh, yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
I can't believe I can't remember his name right now.
That's a tough one. Anyone out there know who wrote Ace of Spades?
The lead singer of Motorhead,
Oh, Lemmy?
Lemmy. I want to be more of a Lemmy. Yeah, good
More
job,
of a Lemmy.
Henry.
Yeah.
Henry, we already said it, and
Way
then
to
you're like,
go.
Lemmy?
Actually, I read what Henry said. I was like,
I'm sorry, Henry. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Henry gave me the answer because I was never going to remember that.
You nailed it.
Way to go, Henry. Thanks for making me look good. Definitely tune back in tomorrow when we're on.
You know what we might start doing?
What?
I think we should just start inking the stuff
I
we
think
know
so,
is
too.
in place, because we're not going to have enough
I'm
time.
excited. And then secondly, you guys should start inking. If you haven't already done your Inktober, the word is tranquil, and you have less than 2 minutes. So we have 2 minutes.
2
And then we're
minutes.
going to look at their submissions.
Okay.
So that means we both have 2 minutes. You do and they do.
Oh, okay.
Challenge is on.
All right, I'm gonna go into ink mode, which is lowering the opacity of everything,
Ink mode. I like this. You guys should be in ink mode too.
and then we'll leave that guy alone.
Yes, Caden's like, oh no, it's what we feared most.
Oh,
This is so good. Ink mode.
Kyle, did you
Ooh.
make this brush right? I'm just kidding. Like,
Oh, I
would
love it.
ever question.
Kyle Brush. I love Kyle Brush. He was on the show a couple weeks ago. He popped in because he was in Adobe. He was here and he just popped in. He was like, hey guys, it's Kyle Brush. And then he's like, whoop, and he leaves. It
But
was so
you
great.
call him Kyle Brush.
Yeah. Oh
Which is
yeah, I
great.
call him Kyle Brush. That's his name.
Oh, weird. Can I draw this way? I need to calibrate this thing.
This is so fun though.
Is that okay, everyone, if I calibrate my pen? I'm sorry. Or should we do it after the thing?
After the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's calibrate it after the thing.
All right.
Yes, Mr. Kyle is so very talented. I'm curious for those of you out there who are following along, how many are you using Kyle brush right now? Or Kyle's brushes, I should say. Yay!
Like everybody, right?
Everybody.
What a thing he's done for.
I know.
Us.
He's changed the way that we design and the way that we illustrate.
It's pretty crazy.
Siobhan's like, I mean, are there any other brushes? Exactly.
There are a lot of places popping up that are making different brushes.
They're just not Kyle's.
They're not. They're not. But I won't give him a shout out then if it's not Kyle. That's the great thing about Photoshop, though, is like people contribute to it.
Totally.
It changes things. Okay, we're gonna have like an intestinal robot, and the smoke is. We're gonna have to make not a robot, a dragon. We're gonna have to make him different somehow.
Ooh, I like it. It's like intestine from space.
Yeah, it's fun to draw foldy things, you know? You just.
Someone's like, does Kyle have an apprentice? God forbid we lose him. It's like, oh my goodness. What would we ever do without Kyle? Okay, you guys, the deadline has been reached. We're gonna give you guys a couple more seconds just to get your submissions in there, but hopefully we've got a lot to check out. I'm excited to see what your Tranquil looks like.
I should probably participate in Inktober one of these times.
So good. Cool. This is just about, I think we're just about ready to check everything out.
Cool.
Let's see. So what we're gonna do is take a look at my screen.
Okay.
And all right. I'm just gonna do a quick refresh and make sure we've got everybody's in there. All right. Oh. Yeah, actually, you know what? We might need one more second just because we're reloading and refreshing. So why don't we actually go through the calibration?
Okay.
And you guys can take a look at see what's on Dave's screen so that you can see how he actually calibrates the brushes. And we're gonna give you guys a couple more seconds to load in all the projects.
There it is.
Okay. So we've got the projects just in time. I was like, just in time for you to do that. Now we're gonna come back over to
We're
this.
totally good. It's calibrated. I'm happy.
Okay, we're doing it. So we can check it out on my screen. And the first one is from Jose Vargas.
Cool.
So this is all work in progress. So what would be great is if you just want to give some comments and talk a little bit about what you feel could be, you know,
Yeah.
you give it a go.
So we got like a sphere in kind of this desolate place, which is a little surreal. Like maybe give it a little more perspective so it looks like we're looking up at that sphere.
yeah.
Sometimes I like to imagine, okay, I'd be standing. So I'm seeing this sphere from far away, standing on a hill because it's almost eye level. But yeah, use the space to your advantage, and yeah, maybe a little higher in the sky, maybe a little bigger.
Yeah.
Throw a grid in there. Always helps, man.
Oh, totally. Yeah, because then you can round everything out, kind of like how you've got your space
Yeah.
worm going into the distance.
Yep, exactly.
Nice. All right. So our next one is Jordan Crawford.
This guy's awesome. He's
Tranquil. Very tranquil. I like this.
yeah, he totally is. He's almost got like a Rick and Morty kind of feel to him.
Totally. It's like a.
Yeah, I would just keep going with this guy. You know,
Yeah.
maybe give the edge of his head a little more space with his crazy eyes, but
Totally.
he's fun.
It's funny.
Yeah, just keep going, man.
There's something really silly about the nose too that I like.
Yeah.
It's just like so tiny and.
And they're sad, but they're tranquil.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the next one we have is Chelsea Skinner.
Oh, this one's almost like kind of designy,
Yeah,
isn't
this one's kind of like more of a design cover.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. And I'm going to go
There
full
you go.
screen size. Yes.
it? Okay, there we go.
All right, check this out.
Yeah, the colors are really nice. I like the typeface.
Totally.
You know, yeah, I think this one's on its way. I would just keep going. Maybe throw some more clouds in there.
Yeah, maybe give a little bit more definition to the background of what's going on. I can't really see everything, but I'm curious, and it's making me really want to look closer. So I'd be wanting to see more of that background, like express itself.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Creepy and cool.
wow.
Yeah, those hands are great.
Oh, wow. Super creepy.
Yeah.
I love this.
This person's tranquil for a moment, but is
Yeah.
about not to be.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I dig this one. I think that maybe a darker background, and those hands are a little.
Ooh, good idea. Yeah, bringing
More
in some
lit.
more color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
the fingernails on some of the hands are really crazy and creepy.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. It looks like maybe they're doing a little bit more of that on the top too. And there's some spots on the hands.
Yeah.
Are they creepy hands? I was like,
Or
Jerry,
helping
tell
hands.
us, are they creepy hands or helping hands? Yeah. Amazing. Okay. Let's see.
Got a person in meditation.
Sanjana Arguala.
So I maybe simplify the background a little bit, but keep that. So what are those, like lotus kind of flowers?
Yeah.
I would keep the shape, but she's great because she is standing out. She's the darkest thing that you're seeing, which is a
Totally.
good rule of illustration and concept art. But yeah, maybe simplify that background a little bit.
Yeah, and then maybe by bringing in some color, eventually that'll help too. I wonder, is she wearing headphones?
I don't know. I think it's like her hair, and that's like a head. Those like headband things.
Oh, like a headband thing.
Maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, it's tough to tell because if it's headphones, then you'd see through the background of the.
That's true. Yeah,
of
through the arch.
Yeah, through the arch.
Yep.
Cool. Nice job, guys. All right, the next one is Tyrone Henry.
Well, I like the simplicity.
Sit quietly, B. May you find tranquility in all the little moments of your day.
I wish I could find that.
Yeah, me too.
Do you meditate or do anything like that?
I pretend to.
Yeah, me too. I just sit there though. I'm like, why am I sitting here? Yeah, I like the simplicity of this. It's going nicely. The rocks, like when you see those crazy rock
Yeah.
formations that are stacked.
Totally. I think they're called cairns, right? When
really?
you stack them. Yeah, there's a name for stacking the rocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, there's a name for everything, right?
That's true. There is. The cloud. I might give the clouds a little more of a cloudy definition. Because I
Yeah.
can tell. I can see the
Kind of
reeds.
feel like rocks in the sky.
Yeah, totally. 'Cause I can
Yeah.
tell it's a pond. I can tell it's rocks. I can see the reeds. I can see the little lily pads. But
Mm-hmm.
the clouds probably need a little, just designed a little bit more.
Totally. Nice. All right, the next one is Van Damme Designer.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Horned
whoa!
helmet.
He totally did kind of what you're
Yeah.
doing, but in Photoshop style. That's amazing.
Yeah, this guy's gonna. So my guy's not even half as villainous as this dude.
I know he's been doing this for like 20 minutes, and
Yeah.
you're like still drawing yours.
Yeah, he's gonna wreck the whole world. He's like, I could just
know.
crush this thing.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
Nice job, Van Damme.
yeah, it's cool.
I like that he's holding the world too. He's like, this is mine. That's just like
Yeah.
a little thing that I'm controlling.
Is he gonna be nice to the earth, or is he just gonna squash it like a soda can?
Probably
Van
the
Damme?
second.
Yeah, because he's got horns.
Yeah, he has horns. Like
He's a
real
horned
horns.
astronaut.
Amazing. Oh, cool.
Oh, wow,
Looks
that's
like Chelsea had updated and already done some more work in progress. This is what's so cool about work in progress is that you can keep submitting it over and over again.
Yep.
And actually start to see. So yeah, Chelsea, great job on bringing in more visualization to the background. I like the cloud edition too.
Yeah, yeah. One thing that I try to do with type, if I have to put a drop shadow on it, I tell myself that like maybe I can adjust. I don't like to use things to make type stand out. It should stand on its own.
Yeah.
So you could bring up the purple and the white would stand out more because it is a gradient. So you might be able to bring that up a little higher.
Totally. Yeah, I agree. All right, the next one is Ivar Brewer.
What does it say?
Ooh, chilling out at Tranquility Base.
Oh, right on.
Ooh, that's cute.
Are they? They have their own little moon,
They do.
and they're in love.
They look like they're in love. That's
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my gosh, I love their little feet. They're funny.
Yeah, and this is making me think about the background of mine. Like
I love this.
they did.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of tough to it's a good balance of color that you're using there because you have your dark background, but you're also using the shades that you want for the aliens. They still
Yeah.
stand out.
This is super cute.
Yeah, it is.
I love their funny hair too.
Yeah.
It's like really nice.
And they have blazers on.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, how fun is that? They're like, we're proper aliens. We're not just aliens. Nice job, Ivar.
Oh, this frog guy's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah. So this is Beverly McDougal.
Beverly, I like this guy a lot. And your line work is really nice too. Like you kind of do this thing. I don't even know what you call it, but you just start to add dots and little lines everywhere to render out the character without shading.
Totally. It makes it feel more natural, like it was hand-drawn ink on paper.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
master, that's Ash Thorpe. If you guys don't know that guy and you want to feel bad about
Ooh.
yourself, check out Ash Thorpe. But he just it's not stippling, but it's just an overactive pen, but it gives a nice rendered feel. So I'd keep going.
Yeah, super nicely done. I love the shadow under his chin too that makes his
Yeah.
belly pronounced.
Yeah, yeah, tell
Super
it's circular.
cute. Yeah. And then I think we'd already seen this one from Jose. Yep. All right, so that was the work in progress from today. And for those of you who submitted, you will have a chance to win. The winner will be chosen by the end of the day today. And the winner will get a year's worth of Creative Cloud subscription. That's a really good prize.
It is. It's amazing.
So congrats on you guys who entered and good luck to win. Very awesome.
Cool, guys.
All
That was
right.
great.
So we've got a little bit more time. I think we could go back in and start to play around and see what we get up to for the last so many minutes.
Yeah, our type is done. I mean, we need to put extrusions on these guys, but we'll do that with, the line tool or something.
Nice.
But we should get to Inktober-ing this. Is that my pen?
Oh,
No.
yay. Even more fun. We get to announce the winner tomorrow morning. So all of the submissions are going to come through today, but then you and
right
I
on.
we get to say who the winner was. That's pretty great.
It is cool.
Oh, yeah. I hope it's someone from our session.
It's probably
That's exciting.
it'll be Chris George again. Everyone's gonna be like, "Hey,
He didn't enter. He has
Yeah,
no
it's true.
chance.
yeah, Chris can draw. Why don't you draw, Chris?"
Yeah. Oh, Jose says, what type of music is the villain playing?
He's just hitting a bass note, but it'll probably turn into like a bassy Daft Punk sequence or something.
Ooh, yeah. He's like,
Maybe that should influence his helmet. We'll see.
totally. Yeah. He said that's great. So good. Well, this is kind of awesome because we have about 15 more minutes, so we can actually get a couple things done here or there, at least to influence what we're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we get to look at that amazing glove again.
Tomorrow is going to be a lot of quick inking because we want to get to a point where we can color this.
Oh my
thing.
god, it's already looking so cool though. I love the intestinal, worm, deep black hole monster thing that's sucking everything up.
So I just did something there that you guys shouldn't do. I often throw the baby out with the bathwater and see this area right here.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh no, all
I just-
purple.
this area right in here. I
Yeah.
should just go like this and clean it up. But sometimes I'll erase the whole thing. And I'm like, why'd
Oh,
you just do
man.
that? I'm like, because I'm not driving. I'm not thinking.
I like this. This is how I am at home too. You just talk to yourself. You're like, why did I do that? You're like, I don't know, because I did.
Yeah, you're just like, good job, idiot.
That's what happens when you work alone.
Yeah,
You talk to yourself to keep yourself alive.
it's true.
It is true.
But I usually just say mean things to myself. It's never
Oh,
like,
that's
good job, Dave.
terrible. Yeah, good job, Dave. Well, that's what Adobe Live is for. They're like, love this design, Dave, and they actually said that before you even said that. So.
Oh, really?
And Ash J is also loving this. Yes. Ooh, Siobhan had a really great idea for the bass player, spooky dubstep.
So what does spooky dubstep sound like?
I'm just gonna guess it's like dubstep, but kind of Halloween howling, you know?
I would want to hear that.
It's like funkadelic-ish, but like,
Yeah.
you know, with that ooh.
I think you nailed that. I don't even need to hear it now.
You're welcome. It's like dun, 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 ooh. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
It's great.
Yes.
So one of the least fun things to draw is broken glass. Anything that's broken
Oh yeah.
is because you don't know how things break. Like when I was doing that robot face,
Uh-huh.
I had to look at a bunch of car crash images.
Oh,
to see how
cool.
metal bends
Yeah.
and glass just like breaks in the most random ways. But one thing I've noticed is it always has like a round like part with all the jaggedness to it.
Interesting. You're like, there's always one round part with jagged.
Maybe that's just where the baseball goes through the window.
Maybe. Oh, right. Like the general like crack and smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As it's technically called, the crack and smash.
Crack and smash. Yes. That's technical.
I'm pushing this thing too hard.
No, I
you don't-
like it. It moves around. You're like, hold on.
Yeah, you don't have to push hard on a
Maybe
rack.
if you break it, they will give it to you.
That would be rad. I can't seem to learn the pressure thing.
Hey,
'cause-
Seb, welcome. It's my friend from the Netherlands is watching. He's like,
Oh, really?
oh yeah. Oh, you're going to love this one, Seb. This is amazing.
I know a guy from the Netherlands.
His name's Sebastian van.
His last name was
Vendel.
Noot, but it was spelled Newt.
Newt.
N-O-O-T.
It's a newt.
What? See, this is so weird. That just duplicated, but I didn't do that.
Logan says, someone please help me. My screen is sideways. So what action are you using
Oh.
to rotate?
Um,
What do you hold
is
down?
that making anybody dizzy?
Yeah,
Oh.
right? No, it's awesome. Your command navigation tool.
So yeah, R for rotate.
Amazing.
I usually have it set up on my pen, right on the on the second
actually-
thing right there. My undo is here, and my rotate is there because
Yeah.
I do those two things so often.
And that's in Illustrator. And actually, Seb was questioning something to a group of us this morning about getting his vectors just right.
Yeah.
And if you use the rotate tool, you can then move your design around so that you can line it up the way that you want to.
in Illustrator.
Yeah.
There's a rotate tool in Illustrator.
Isn't there? Oh, you're in Photoshop.
I'm
Never
in
mind.
Photoshop.
Yeah, no, that's in Photoshop.
So
I was like, yeah. No.
yeah, I do everything in Photoshop, and then I
Mm-hmm.
ran into this problem because I want my stuff to be vector.
Right. Which
And-
always makes it more difficult.
Yep.
Do you export as a vector to Illustrator later? Or no?
I will. So this is the crazy part of my process, but I'm going to share it with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I use this really obscure. Is this okay if I had to talk about a non-Adobe product, or no?
Sure. But we won't smile when you talk about
But
it.
you can totally do this in Illustrator, and it's a byword, and you're gonna hiss like snakes. But the Live Trace tool, if you use it correctly, can work magic. But you have to chop up your artwork into massive segments, and then bring it into Illustrator so it can look at it closely, and then you Live Trace it, and then you put it all back together. And it's kind of hard, but if you do it right, you will maintain the integrity of the lines that you create in Photoshop.
I like that. Oh, and then also, who was it? Ivar Brewer said that Adobe Sketch and Draw have the same rotating features, so that's pretty awesome.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
That is new. I want to eventually, like, I just need to figure it out, like the exact tool settings to draw in Illustrator. But I draw in Photoshop because it feels more natural. Like my lines.
Yeah, well, and Kyle Brush.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you can use them in Illustrator too, but Kyle Brush.
Kyle Brush is amazing. But I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of the stuff I do is just like
Oh, cool. People are
Inking.
using Adobe Sketch for their Inktober artwork. That's awesome. And
Adobe
then
Sketch is great.
Monier also had a question. Do
What's
you
up?
need to be professional drawing to be good in illustration? A professional?
No.
As Dave said earlier, he was in advertising before as a creative director, and always illustrated on his own.
Yep.
So he wasn't classically trained, one would say, but that doesn't mean that you're not classically amazing.
Thank you.
Because look at this. This is classically amazing.
I mean, there's like so many things I want to improve on, but that's what I'm doing right now. I want to get to a point where everything looks kind of painterly, but
Yeah.
we'll see how that works out.
Man, again, Jose Vargas with the amazing questions. He's like, Dave, how important is it for you to take time to do personal work?
That's the most important thing. That's what keeps you sane. Like when your whole life is going wrong, you always have that personal project that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And it carries enough weight to make you happy, which is the crazy thing.
And don't you find, I find this for myself at least, that when I'm doing a project that is personal for whatever reason, I then end up getting clients because of that project. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah, personal work is a massive thing. And that's also when you get to do what you think is cool. And if anyone wants to know, like if you're an illustrator and you're just like, what should I be drawing?
Right.
And you don't know, that's fine. It took me a long time to figure that out.
Totally.
But
You
the answer-
draw what you love.
Yeah, the answer is seriously, draw what you think is cool.
Yeah, totally.
And if you need to take like a personal inventory, like I like jetpacks, I like fruit snacks.
Totally. I like gloves with bedazzlement. I mean,
Yeah.
Monier said thank you. That was a great answer.
All
And
right,
we
now.
have a little less than 5 minutes left for our show, and then we've got Tracy Ching coming up with Alice Lee right after us. So
Who's
they're
a
already
true
in the
illustrator.
studio, so pretty exciting. Hey! And Tracy's been on the show before, so she is very familiar with being an amazing guest. So again, for those of you coming in right now, up next is Tracy Ching, and then we've got Aldo Crusher this afternoon, as well as Andy Espinoza. And there are going to be some amazing illustrations going on, so stick with us.
Yeah, I'm glad that I don't have to follow any of those guys or gals. Like,
I love it though. You get to lead the pack.
yeah, I don't
Which
know
is
about that
awesome.
either. If you guys don't know Tracy's work and you fancy yourself a good illustrator, get ready to feel bad.
Yeah, she is pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie.
No, seriously, when I was going to be on the show and I looked at her work, I was like, same with Aldo's work. And everybody except for me, I was like, everyone's so good. And they have so many more followers.
You're good too, man. That's the thing. Everybody's
Well, I'm
good.
the best. I mean, you know that. But no.
You're Dave Arcade.
I own an arcade.
You do.
Glass doesn't look like that. I need to pay attention.
Sometimes. I mean, your glass looks like that. That's the thing.
These details, there is a guy on YouTube, forgot his name. He's like, don't zoom in when you draw because you'll draw things that people won't see anyway, and then you'll labor over how incorrect it looks. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing that right now. I
Yeah,
should be
totally. It's like the quick hit and then go back and to do details.
Yeah, I should be drawing it
Nice.
like this size, honestly. So maybe I'll do that.
Amazing. Well, people are really excited that you're coming back tomorrow, so definitely show up, okay?
I will. You never know when you're gonna die, though. That's not
Oh
up to
God,
you.
that's awful.
You never know. Like, what if I'm walking back? And
That's terrible. Let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying, we got to be prepared for
Well, Lord
reality.
knows I'm not going to be able to do this, so I'm going to
You're
be
gonna
like,
have to
all right,
finish
guys.
this.
So I'm going to get my mouse out, and I'm going to be like,
You're gonna have to finish this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that super dark
That
comment,
was
but it's
really
October.
dark.
It's October.
It is
so-
October. It is. I know. I could have said that. I have a really dark sense of humor too. And like, you never know when you're gonna die.
Yeah, it's maybe.
Seb knows me too well. He's like, you would have said that, and I'm like, I know, but he did. He looks bad now. Look. Spooktober. That's right. Thanks, Mo Beast.
All right.
Amazing.
We'll leave
This
that
is
right
looking
now.
so cool. Before we end up wrapping up for the day, I'd love it if you could go through from start to finish where we started off, because we've got about 2 minutes. So maybe we can show everyone what it looked like in the very beginning and where you're at now.
Well, if we're kind of lying about like
We're
where
not
I.
lying. You still did the work.
Yeah, we start here. We started here, and then we filled in with. Again, the
Right,
right.
perspective grid.
The
Your
pers-
perspective grid. Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
What am I in? Oh, okay. There we go. And then we added the type. We still need to put the extrusions on the out of place and outer space. We're working on our villain. So we kind of got him into like his jammies. Mm-hmm. And then we have our sketch.
Amazing.
And we have, now we're just starting to ink stuff.
Oh man, this is so great.
And then we have
It's really
our
getting
monster.
wild. I love it.
We're gonna have to change the canvas size, but that's kind of where we're at.
So good. Well, what a great way to wrap up the day. Dave Arcade, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. It's so fun.
Stick with us. We have Tracy Ching after this, and she's with Alice Lee, and we have a great day. So thank you again. And Dave and I will be back tomorrow morning, so come
Yep.
back.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for being nice.